Heyo, it's me, Harper Savage, and today I'm going to do another back to school video about some supplies that you might want to check out. So we have these, ignore that. If you want to see where those stains came from, be sure to check out my other back to school video. But we have these Cura Reach glitter highlighter, waterproof pigment ink, sparkling glitter ink, zebra highlighters. I don't know what they are. I got them from when Joann's was, doing their thing and taking their last breath or whatever. So, yeah, I want to see how to open this package. What the heck is happening? I cut a piece of tape and it didn't untape. So I really like the packaging on these, is why they caught my eye. It's super cute. I'm assuming they're highlighters because it says that they're highlighters, but I don't know if I buy that they're also glittery highlighters. Wouldn't that kind of distract from the highlighted part? Are they shaky? No, they're not the shaky kind. Okay. For highlighters, that's an interesting color choice because I hear purple's like the rarest of the highlighter colors. But let's take a look at the packaging here because it is super cute. It's got like a gold foil on it. And it says the Cura Reach glitter highlighter, and it says it's made in Japan. And this, oh, it has a color name on it. It says pink or rose. I'm guessing it's Spanish. Is that Spanish? Yeah. Okay. And it says water-based pigment, but it's also water resistant. Is that how that usually works? Is that how it usually goes? I thought if it was water-based, it meant it was like water-soluble, you know what I mean? But yeah, let me open it up. There's the tip, all glittery. Can you see? Am I catching any of the glitter here? Yeah. And let's do the cap test. I would say the oh god. I would say the cap stays on for sure. They all have this little nub so they don't roll around. You can kind of see in between here the cartridge, but not very well. I'm like questioning how this works because I don't actually see the ink in between here, but I don't know, maybe that one's dry. Let's get out our testing book here. By the way, this is an Amazon book. It's one of my designs. I don't do the hardcovers right now, but you can get this design on your very own bullet journal if you'd like. So let's take a look and see how this is gonna go. Ooh, can you see? You can see the sparkle already, can't you? Okay. There's no other end. I'm so used to highlighters having two ends anymore. Stop it. Okay, so I thought that's what was happening. When you press on it, it actually goes in a little bit. So let me see if I can capture that. See that? So I wonder if that's how the ink is like essentially pumping into the tip here. All right, let me get a close up here for you guys to see the sparkly warklies if you can. I have my extra light on. Maybe it'd be better without it. There you go. I think that blue is not quite as sparkly as the others, but maybe it just needs like some time to like spit the glitter out. I don't know. Okay, because I am concerned about the glitter being a distraction from what you're highlighting, I'm going to go ahead and just write some stuff out and highlight over it. I'm just using a black gel pen here by Paper Mate. So let's see how that's gonna go. I guess I'll write down the Cura Rich branding line so we know what this is when I look back on this in the future. Oh, I already spelled it wrong. Oh my god. It was right in front of me and I spelled it wrong. Excuse my handwriting. I'm not good at hand lettering, okay? Leave me alone. And because it's Paper Mate, it should in theory dry fast, but this could also be our like smudge test as well. Oh, look at that. Smudging. And it's definitely on the nib there, so let me just scroll it off. See how annoying that's gonna be. Let me let it dry for a few more seconds, I guess, but normally Paper Mate dries really quick, so I'm done waiting. Smudging again. Scribble it off. I will grab another pen to see if it's just the Paper Mate, but for now, let's do a fair even test with everybody. I don't have a black ballpoint pen, so I'm just using what I got. I know, that's absolutely insane that I don't have a black ballpoint pen. All right, let's see. All right, that didn't smudge. So I'm going to say that these will probably go over like ballpoint and like printed text better, depending on what kind of printer it is though too, because it could still smudge depending on what type of ink it is. But if we're like talking textbooks, it might be fine. It's just unfortunate that they don't work well with the gel pens, because that's what I normally use to write with. Let's try my favorite pen. It's a Sharpie S Gel. It is black. It's still a gel pen, but it's like my favorite thing to write with right now. Sharpie's S Gels feel like they're somewhere between ballpoint smoothness and like Papermate gel pen smoothness, if that helps. This is not a video about this pen. I just was trying to compare like the ink type, I guess. I don't know. So that one did not bleed. Let me try another gel pen. Hold on. This one's like gonna be neon, but it's fine. It's a jelly roll. Like maybe it's just the Papermate. Which is crazy because it has like that quick drying technology. Like I'm gonna have to sit here and wait for the jelly roll to dry. All right, let's see. It came off on the tip a little, but I can't see that it like really bled. But I'm gonna assume because the color isn't super dark, that's why I can't see that it smudged. So okay, so these Sharpie S gels and ballpoint pens are probably your best bet to use with these highlighters if you do want to get them. So I'm gonna see how well the glitter is gonna stay on the paper by using my finger. I'm gonna hate it, but I'm curious to see what kind of fallout this is gonna have. So let me just... I'm just gonna go over half of it, okay? And it's definitely on my finger. So expect the glitter to kind of disappear over time. So I would suggest maybe not doing glitter on both double page spreads, just do it on one, because then you'll have just glitter everywhere, and you might not be able to tell it's highlighted anymore, and you might get some in your eye because you touched the paper and then had to rub your eye. I don't know. I guess now we should test how quick it's gonna dry. Probably another issue because, you know, you're gonna stick your hand right down in there sometime. So let's do the dry test. All right, ready? Well, I got glitter on my glove, but it didn't smudge. Got more glitter on my finger now. Let's do another one. Let me put my skin on contact this time. I got a little bit of blue on my finger, but I think it might take a lot to get this to smudge right away. So that's interesting. I also want to like sit here and like pump to see if any ink will just like come out crazily like a Posca pen or something. I don't want to go too ham because I do plan on using these. The likelihood of it exploding is probably not super high. All right, I don't see any extra leakage. Oh, we should see if it bled through the paper, right? That's like kind of important to know. This is Amazon printed paper. Think of it like copy paper. So this is probably like one of the weakest papers you could use this on. All right, let's see how it did. So it definitely did bleed. It did ghosting, but I think it's kind of like minor ghosting in the way that you would actually use a highlighter, not the scribbling and dotting that I just did. So keep that in mind when you're using these, that they could potentially bleed through if you hover too long, or, you know, you do that thing where you forget what you're doing in the middle of highlighting and hover there for a few extra seconds to see where you're supposed to stop highlighting. Oh, so much glitter. That's gonna be so fun to like use on your notes. Oh, I wonder if there's more colors because I kind of want more. That'd be fun, right? As if I write notes all the time and need to highlight everything. I got these more for bullet journaling, but I figured for back to school time, it's kind of important to highlight some things, especially like when you're in college. I know you want to be a bit more organized. They did say that they were water resistant, so I guess I should test that out, right? All right, we're gonna do 2 tests. Because this paper doesn't do well with water, I grabbed some watercolor paper too. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little scribble on this watercolor paper, then do a little scribble on this normal paper. I am gonna let it dry for one of the tests, okay? So we're going to do another scribble. Let's do it in a different color. So the purple test is going to be the dry test, and this blue one is going to be the I just put it down test. Oh, look at that. Not water resistant, as I thought. Oh, but it is on this paper. Look at that. All right, this spot is dry now, so let me... Coming off a little bit. Not as much as the blue did when I first laid it down. And this one, I mean, we kind of already knew because of the blue test, but... So here's a close-up of the watercolor sheet. It definitely comes up if you get water on it right away on watercolor paper. So maybe these would be like a fun art supply too. Especially because it's gotta have glitter in it, right? Let me see if I can get it to glitter reflect. Hard to tell in my camera sometimes if it's the glitter reflecting or if it's just the shine of the wetness. And then here, let me lift up the paper. It definitely bled through because of that. So, you know, obviously you're probably not watercoloring on your notebooks, but it did not smudge at all, and that's crazy. The glitter, however, did spread out, so that would be something to keep in mind. I'm assuming the water-resistant part is more for spills and accidents, not for purposefully scrubbing with a watercolor brush or anything. So for me, just coloring right there, I can tell if you go over it too many times, it will start to pill up the paper, especially if it's like cheaper paper like the one I'm using. So what are my final thoughts and opinions on these Kira Rich Zebra Glitter Highlighters? I think they do what they're supposed to. They highlight, but they also have like a fun gimmick to them. So if you want to add some glitter to your highlighting and your studies, these would be the markers. I have never tried any other glitter products like this, so I can't say that it's the best in performance or anything, but I think them being waterproof is a pretty big deal. I like the colors. I wish there was more. I will tell you how much they are online right this second when I'm looking at them to tell you guys if it's worth their money or not. They are $6.80 US on Amazon right now. I've seen them as priced as high as $11 to $12. I don't know if this is a sale or not, but I got them from Joann's closing sale, so I don't have any idea how much I paid for them. I would say they're worth it. They're like a little bit over $1 a piece, you know, if you do the math. So I think they're worth adding to your collection if you collect highlighters, you know, have school, like sparkly things, bullet journal, what have you. But that is going to be it for me today. If you guys want to check out another back to school supply video, you could check the thumbnail here. If you want to catch up on anything missed, you could tap the thumbnail here. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to do all the cool YouTube things of commenting, liking, subscribing, and turning on that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!